Hey guys, this is Josh F151 Tech back with another video. And in this video, I'm actually going to be doing more T-Mobile or Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. So let's actually get into this video. So as you guys can see here, I'm actually on the Chester Tech Repairs website, and I actually made an unboxing and a quick overview video of the SDX75 cellular gateway / modem from Chester Tech Repair. So if you didn't watch that video, check it out. It's on my channel. So I'm actually going to go over into the speed test app here, and I do actually have my waveform 4x4 antenna connected to the Chester Cheetah SDX75 gateway / modem. So I have that set up. I don't actually have the admin page set up and everything, on my phone anyway. I have the Ninja, still set up on my phone, like shortcuts. But, I'm going to get that, set up and taken care of. I already, unhooked the Ninja and everything, the Ninja SDX65 that I was using previously. I'm just going to keep that as a backup, like I said. So I am actually, hooked up with it. I have it hooked up to the waveform 4x4 antenna, the external antenna, like I always say, it's up in the attic, it's pointing out near the old truck stop down the road from me, near the nearest cell tower, it's only like right down the road from me. So I will actually say I'm going to start off by saying, like I always do, it's 10 o'clock, it's 10:41 p.m. On a Friday, and like I've said in my other videos, I might not really get the best speed, on a Friday night because there's going to be a lot of people, online and everything. There's going to be a lot of, kids up, they're off school for the weekend and everything. Parents are off for work, for the weekend and everything. So, the speeds, might be a little bit slower, this time of night. It's not even 12 o'clock yet or even 11 o'clock yet. So, you just have to keep that in mind, during the weekend, around, Friday and stuff like that. You might not really get the best speeds, especially, at night with people streaming and everything, using their phones, just, using their phones in general, on a Friday night, it's going to be a lot more, compact, if you will. It's going to be basically the towers are going to be used more, is basically what I'm saying. So you just have to keep that in mind. But, what I actually did notice was I did actually notice though right off the bat when I actually hooked the SDX75 gateway / modem up. I actually did notice even before I messed with the settings. I made the settings basically the same thing that I had as the Ninja. I had to go in there and mess with the settings. I messed around with it some before I started making this video. And I set the settings. I set the band lock and all that kind of stuff. Like I said, the IMEI was already done, so that's really good. I really, appreciate that. So I didn't have to do that. The TTL settings were already done and, all that. So I'm definitely good to go. But, I still am, messing around with it. That's the thing. And, it's still going to take a little while because I've been messing around with the band locking, the, network mode switching and, all that kind of stuff. It's still going to take a little while to get used to, being, there. It's going to, take a little while for it to get used to being on the waveform 4x4 antenna and, all that kind of stuff. So you have to also keep that in mind. So, like I've said before, it takes it like a day, or so to get settled in, to, lock into the tower and everything. I know that they say it's immediate, with the, the Chester, products, but it's not, always like immediate. I've noticed that, like if you restart it or something like that, it's going to take like a couple of hours, it's going to like freak out. And it's gonna take it a couple hours to like a day or so, a day and a half or so to get the speeds that you're accustomed to getting. But I was actually impressed with the speeds that I was getting though. I did actually notice an increase in the upload speed. So we're gonna run some tests here. So let's actually open up the speed test app here. I'm going to run some on the West Norton PA server, and I don't really know if the Ashburn VA server is back on here or not. I guess we'll find out, but, I'm going to start off by running, some on the regular server that I start out on. Wow. So 707 on the download, guys. And look at that upload. That is definitely an improvement from before. Wow. So 707 on the download, 36.6 for the upload, and then 38 for the ping. So the ping hasn't really, the ping still seems to be around the same, but wow, guys. I mean, that is a really good test right there. 707 for the download and then 36.6 for the upload. I mean, I'll definitely take that over the SDX65. I mean, with the SDX65, I was with the upload, I was only getting like 10 to 20, not even 10 to 20. You know, sometimes it would be like 3, 4, 5. You guys saw it for yourself, in my previous videos. So wow, that is definitely an improvement, guys. I am very satisfied with that. Like I said, it's not like blown away or anything. It's not like in the 40s or the 50s, but I mean, it's definitely better than what I was getting. That's definitely better than what I was getting on the upload for sure. And like I said, the download also increased some. Is it going to stay that way? We're going to have to wait and see. But this is just the first test. This is just the first speed test. So I'm not going to get too excited or anything. Like that. I'm gonna mess around with the settings more and the Chester Cheetah itself. I'm gonna mess around with the settings more and stuff. So that's the thing. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna get too excited, like I said, but I am liking what I see so far. So let's actually run a few more here. So this is looking really good, guys. This is looking very good. So on that one, 715 for the download, 36.4 for the upload, and then 40 ping. So the ping did go up some, but man, I mean, that is outstanding. That is outstanding speeds, guys, for 10:47 p.m. on a Friday night. I mean, that's, I really am, I'm honestly shocked that I can get in the 30s for the upload. I really am, because like I said, I was trying everything, with the SDX65, the Chester Cheetah, version 2 when I had that, the SDX65, and then I had the Ninja, and I ran some tests on that, and you guys could see for yourself, on my previous videos, like I said, I was only getting like 10 to 20, 4 to 5, on the upload, and now I'm getting, over 30, on the upload. Is it going to stay consistent? I'm not really sure, but this is looking very good. And the thing is, actually, when I uploaded that YouTube video earlier today, I actually noticed when I uploaded my YouTube video that I put on there, I actually put a few on there. I actually did some on the microphone that I'm actually using right now, the Pfeiffer MA8, I think it's called. I forget the name of the model. It confuses me. It's like an MA8 or an AM8 or something like that. But basically, I made other videos on my channel. I made the unboxing and the overview video of the Chester Cheetah, SDX75 that I'm using right now, to do these speed tests on. But I did that, like I said, when I went to upload the video, I could actually tell right away that the upload speed was improved. I could tell that the upload speed was better because it wasn't taking as long to upload, and I was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I really think that this thing is faster, and sure enough, you guys can see for yourself. I mean, 715 on the download, 36.4 on the upload, and then 40 ping. But so far so good. I mean, this is definitely looking good. And it's not, it's not gigabit, speeds. That's the thing. It's not. I wasn't really expecting that. I'll be honest with you guys. I wasn't really expecting gigabit speeds. But this is, look at this. Look at this for the upload, guys. Wow. 40s. We broke 40s on the upload, guys. That's something that I was not able to do before. And this is impressive. This is very impressive because this is the thing, this is cellular internet. It did go down on the download a little bit, but that's, this is cellular internet, guys, and I'm getting 600, over 600, 700 occasionally, and I'm happy, with that. Obviously, I'm still keeping around the same speeds that I was getting with the SDX75, and and then some. That's the thing, and then with the upload, I'm getting basically double. I'm basically getting double because, like I said, I was only able to get, like 4, 3 sometimes, 5, 10, occasionally 20, but it was never, like 10 times more. It was like never, in the 30s or the 40s, so I'm really, I'm really excited with this, guys. I'm really excited, that this is, doing this for me. And, like I said, you do have to keep in mind, that I'm using an external antenna. I'm using the waveform 4x4 antenna, but, even with that, I wasn't able to get these speeds, for the upload, when I was using the SDX65. So this chip is definitely doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's giving me better reliability, and, that's definitely looking good. So, on this one, and actually the ping went down, so that's another good sign. At least on this one, it says 22, so that's definitely not bad. So 646 on the download on that one, and then 22 ping, and then 40.2 on the upload. So that's, this is looking really good, guys. And like I said, when I was talking about the gigabit speed, the even Nader Tater, he got around, gigabit speeds, but he didn't actually stay at gigabit speeds. That's the thing, it's not, it's cellular home internet, it's most likely not going to stay at gigabit speeds. And like I said, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't really expecting gigabit speeds, but I mean, I am getting close. I am definitely getting close to gigabit speed. It's almost 700. It's only 300 away from gigabit speed, so that's definitely not bad at all. I mean, for cellular home internet, and keep in mind, guys, that I'm also using the Metro by T-Mobile $20 a month tablet SIM card in here. I'm not actually really using a official, T-Mobile or Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet SIM card in here. I'm using basically a cell phone or a tablet SIM card in here. So this is definitely looking good. So on this one, 683 for the download, 30.1 on the upload, and then 34 ping. Let me actually switch over to the Ashburn VA server, and if I can find it. So yeah, it's actually not coming up. Let me type in Ashburn, Virginia, or VA. So yeah, it's actually not coming up anymore. Or actually, it says right here. Let me see. Wine stream. That says let me see what one is closer. So I'll do the i3d.net. I don't really know what that is, but that's actually the closest one. These ones are 119, 120 miles away. So I'm going to do the Ashburn VA i3d.net. So we'll run some on this and see what we get just for the heck of it. Yeah, I don't really know what happened to that server, guys. I don't really know what happened to the Ashburn VA server. They used to have a dedicated one, but now it's gone. I don't know. I guess it got shut down or something. But wow, I mean, this is really good on this one, guys. I mean, 707 for the download, 56.4 for the upload, and then 39 ping. I mean, wow, that is really good. And another thing I actually noticed, this server is actually further away. If you guys remember before, when I would do tests on the Ashburn VA server, the official Ashburn VA server, if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys do or not, but if you go back and watch my previous videos, before when I would do tests on servers further away, it would actually give me higher ping. So my ping, my ping is actually staying, like in the 30s to 40 range, which is, and sometimes in the 22 range, as you guys could see in some of the tests that I've done tonight. But that's definitely a good sign too. It seems like this chip is, definitely more reliable, when it comes to, the ping, because like I said, if you guys go back and watch my previous videos on the SDX65s, the Chester Cheetah version 2 or the, the Ninja, I did do, some tests on the Ninja. I didn't do too many, but because I was, upgrading, I was in the process of upgrading to the SDX75. So I didn't, really bother doing too many tests because it's basically the same thing, as the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway / modem that I had. It's just, the Ninja doesn't have Wi-Fi capabilities. It has everything else, that the SDX75 has, except, the SDX75 that I have has Wi-Fi capabilities. So, I'm getting, basically, more for the money, in other words. So, and I'm getting a better chip, as you guys can see here, like I said, so that's definitely a good sign, as I do tests, on further away servers, I'm getting the same ping, that I'm getting on the closer server, the Ashburn or the West Norton PA server, I'm getting around the same ping, and, I wasn't doing that before. I wasn't getting, around that ping. I was actually getting very high ping on the further away servers. I was getting ping like in the 80s and 90s and hundreds, and that's just not good. So I'm definitely impressed so far. Especially for almost 11 o'clock at night. On a Friday, like I said, most people are home, watching TV or whatever. On the weekend, staying up later. Especially adults and stuff. So this is definitely not bad at all. So on this one, 692 for the download, almost 700, 58.3 for the upload. So that's really good. And then ping 40. Let me run a few more on here. Then I'll switch back to the Ashburn or the West Norton PA server and run some more on that. I don't do too many servers because they just get so annoying. I get mixed up with them. So, wow. Look at that, guys. Past 60 on it. Wow. So 744 for the download, and then 62.8, almost 63 on the upload. Wow. And then 40 ping. Wow, guys. Wow. That is really good. That is really good. And then as you can see, the ping actually did go down. So that's definitely an encouraging sign, especially being on a further away server. That's definitely an encouraging sign. And I still can't get over these upload speeds. I mean, I've seen some people, get a lot more, but I'm happy with this. I'm happy with these upload speeds. I really am. Compared to what I was getting before, I'm very satisfied. So, on this one, 713 for the download, 64.6 for the upload, and then only 28 ping. Let me run one more on this server, and then I'll switch back over to the West Norton PA server, run some on that. And like I said, I haven't even really messed around with the other bands that they have available for the SDX75. I'm sure that there's other bands that are available for it, that are, probably, new, obviously, so I'm going to mess around with that. If anybody knows, anything about that, leave comments down below in the description, if you have an SDX75 of any kind, cellular gateway / modem, definitely let me know what band you guys lock to, so I can, try to beef up my speed, even more here if possible. So, so on this one, definitely not bad at all. 721 for the download, 64.3 for the upload, and then 38 ping. So the ping, like I said, on the further away servers is definitely, hanging in there. It's definitely better than it was, a lot better than it was, when I was doing, on the other Ashburn VA server when that one was still live. I was getting like 80 to 90 on the ping sometimes, and it's not doing that anymore. So that's definitely, a good thing. So let me switch over to the West Norton PA server again. I'll run some on this. And the thing is, with the West Norton, PA server, there was a guy on my YouTube channel that actually told me this, and I believe that this is actually true. The West Norton, PA server does not really give you the best upload speeds. It doesn't really give you the best upload speeds. So, I'm probably not even really getting, what this is. I'm probably getting higher because, as you guys could see, I was actually getting in the 50s, with the upload speed on the, the Ashburn VA server that I was doing. So, the other servers are actually better for upload speed is what, he told me on my channel, and that was a few years ago. And, I thought to myself, I'll give it a try. And, he was definitely right because, as you can see, if I actually switch over here, I'll switch actually back to the Ashburn in a minute. But as you can see here, definitely not bad at all. 715 for the download, 39.2 for the upload, and then 37 ping. So let me actually switch back over to the Ashburn one. Yeah, if I can spell it. I don't know why it does this. There we go. So let me run one on this and just show you guys what I mean. So as you can see, it's going, higher, for the upload speed. So that's definitely a good thing. And as you can see there, 739 for the download, and then 65.5 for the upload, and then only 40 ping. So I'll go back to the West Norton, PA server, and I'll run some more on that, since that is a closer server. But the ping is staying strong, like I said, it's staying strong, even with the further away servers. That server, the Ashburn VA server, the new Ashburn VA server, that was 119 miles away, and it was the ping was staying strong, and I'm still satisfied with these speeds, even with the even with this server, 39, 30, 40s, that's that's a lot better than what I was getting before. A lot better than what I was getting before. So on this one, definitely not bad at all. 700 on the download. Like I said, the download has definitely increased. And then, it hasn't really increased, by much, but it's increased. You can definitely see it. It's definitely better than 500 to 600, occasionally. So that's, definitely increased some. And then the upload, like I said, that's definitely really increased. That's definitely really increased. So, I'm really happy with that. 43.5 on this one, and then 39 ping. So it's looking more and more like this was worth the upgrade, guys. Definitely. And like I said, I'm not going to get ahead of myself, but like I said, it is a Friday night, and there's a lot of people most likely online, right now and everything, and getting these kind of speeds, that's very impressive. Especially since everybody's off school, everybody's off work tomorrow, and getting ready for the weekend and everything. I'm very impressed with these speeds. I really am. So on this one, definitely not bad at all. Below 700, but barely. 698 for the download, 35.3 for the upload, and then only 28 ping. Run like 2 or 3 more here. And like I said, I haven't even really scratched the surface of it yet. I haven't really messed around with it too much. With the settings and the Chester Cheetah SDX75. I haven't, really messed with it around, around with it too much. I just went in there and I changed, simple settings. I, did some band locking. Basically all I did was, I just used the settings from the Ninja, from the SDX75 Ninja, and I, basically ported them over, if you will. I basically, what I did was I basically screenshotted them, and then, I just put the same settings from the SDX65 Ninja into the, XDX75, the Chester Cheetah SDX75, and, boom. I mean, I'm still getting better speed, so that's definitely a good thing, and that's the thing, like I said, that's just with the, settings that I had before. I might even be able to increase my speeds, further if there's, anything else I would be able to do. But, I mean, right now, I can't complain. I can't complain, I can't complain about these speeds at all. I really wasn't expecting to get this, much of a boost in upload speed. Some people would probably say, oh, I get 50s, I get 60s, I get 70s, 80s, 90s, 100s, but, for a rural area, where I was only getting with the SDX65 and the waveform 4x4 antenna, I was only getting around 5 to 10 sometimes, around 3. You guys can go back and watch my previous videos. It's definitely true. The upload has definitely improved on this new this new chipset. Sorry about that. But this new chip is really, really worth it. Really is worth it, at least so far anyway. So, but like I said, this is the first, this is the first set of speed test videos. We're going to see if it lasts. When there's, a lot of traffic, we're going to test it out, more thoroughly. We're not going to really jump the gun here, but it is, it's definitely looking good. It's definitely looking good. But like I said, I'm going to do more tests, in the coming days and everything. It's actually supposed to rain, I believe, this weekend. So that's going to be a good time that I can do some tests and everything, and, test more, test it more, further and more thoroughly and stuff like that. And, just, test it out a lot more and see if it, keeps the speeds, or if the speeds increase or decrease, and, stuff like that when it's, bad weather and stuff like that. I have more videos, talking about that, if it's bad weather and stuff, depending on where you live, what kind of equipment you have. I have a ton of videos on my channel, talking about, T-Mobile 5G home internet, or in my case, Metro by T-Mobile 5G home internet. But, you can check those out on my channel, my previous videos, talking about weather and, the area, it's very area specific and stuff like that. I have those on my channel, so definitely check them out. But on this one, definitely not bad. Like I said, 713 for the download, 32.4 for the upload, and then 34 ping. So let me actually run 2 more here. So the upload is taking a little bit of a hit on this one, but still, that's still very usable, very usable. So 17 or 7, yeah, 7.16 for the download on that one. Definitely not bad for that. 25 even on the upload, still very good. And then 36 on the ping. So definitely not bad. And like I said, with this server anyway, the upload speed is not, very, it's not very accurate compared to other servers, like I said. So, can't really go by that too often. But it is actually getting back up there in the 30s, which is good. So definitely not bad on that one, guys. 692 for the download, and then 32.5 for the upload, and then only 30 ping. So definitely not bad at all. So for the first test, guys, I am very impressed. I'm very impressed with this. I'm very impressed with the SDX75. It definitely has blown me away, to start the video series again, to start the speed test video series. But, like I said, this is the first time, but, that's very good. That's really good results, for 11:08 p.m. on a Friday now. That's the thing. I mean, it's a Friday night, like I said, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. And, a lot of people are probably still up streaming, kids and, adults, being off work tomorrow, off school tomorrow, and, stuff like that. People probably out, partying and stuff, at the bar and stuff like that. Just, living it up, and stuff like that on the weekend and everything. I don't really do much, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't really go out drinking or anything like that. I'm not, really into that kind of stuff. I'd rather just stay at home, and, just relax. I don't really, go out and do that kind of stuff. For one thing, I don't really drive yet. So, that's the thing. I say I'm not going to do that stuff, but I might, one day if I, ever get driving. That's the thing. If I ever get my own license, I have my permit, but, I have to just, get my license. I just have to buckle down and get my license now. So, but I'm definitely going to be making more speed test videos, guys, so definitely stick around for them. And, like I said, so far, I am really, impressed with this. I really am. But, like I said, I'm definitely going to be testing this out more thoroughly. And, we're going to go from there. So, but anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, just wanted to get this video out there. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.